In the last day of group play, the top two teams in their table will collide. From the Sinan Erdem Dome in Istanbul, Turkey, it's Canada versus Australia for first place in Group D. This is Aaron Sanders. Glad you're with us in the final day of group competition before we carry on into the tournament with the round of 16. We're looking at two teams that have been striking it rich in the Group D table. A look at Canada, who is in their 7th appearance in the U17 World Cup. That's right, they appeared in all of them. They only won a medal in 2010, and that was bronze. They placed 9th in the U17 World Cup in the last one back in 2022. They come in today with the 4th best positive point differential, which is 34 out of the other 6 teams. Their last game was against Egypt, where they won by 9. For Canada, that was a game where they came from behind. As we take a look at some of the scores from today, a record-breaking victory from Team USA as they defeated China by 84. Puerto Rico topping the Philippines 98-53. We have Argentina and Turkey battling on this very floor afterwards. There's your table for Group D. The winner of this will get first place and will face off against Italy in the round of 16 tomorrow. The loser will face the loser of Argentina and Turkey. As we take a look at the Crocs bench, both of these clubs have compelling and similar storylines heading into today. Like I mentioned, Canada faced Egypt and they won by 9 on Sunday. And they came from behind after being down by 15 early in the second quarter. Australia, they also have that too. They appeared in all U17 World Cups. They won silver in 2012 and 2014. They placed 6th in the last one. And they come into today with the lowest positive point differential, 17 out of the 6 teams that are in the positive way. Their last game was against Germany. They won by 14, and they bounced back from a 12-point deficit in the third quarter, forced some key turnovers in the fourth quarter, and had some well-balanced scoring. More on that in just a moment. Now let's go over to the national anthems. Still have a little bit of time before the anthem. I mentioned for Australia, they had some well-balanced scoring. 7 players scored as number 32, Roar Akor, scored 6 of his 11 points in the quarter and limited Germany to shooting 27%. Harrison Beauchamp led scoring with 16 points, and he also added 4 boards to his credit. For Canada, their last game was the Miles Sadler exhibition, 30 points, along with 7 dimes, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. We'll see what Sadler and Beauchamp have to offer in this, the final day of group phase competition. Canada and Australia in a few moments. Right now, we now go to center court for both the Canadian and Australian national anthem. We'll be back in a moment. Your officials for today's game: from Brazil, Alan dos Santos; from Denmark, Maj Kazuko Forsberg; and from Madrid, Von Viso Davidson. Preparations are wrapping up here between Canada and Australia. The final day in group play, the final game in Group D to determine who will have first place and face Italy in the round of 16 that starts tomorrow. Video content, member-only posts and polls, and exclusive Q&A with FIBA experts. If you want to partake into that great new premium YouTube membership, you can do that starting at 99 cents per month. So head to the FIBA YouTube page, click the join button, and partake in the new premium membership. We also want to welcome those who are tuning in not only on YouTube, on Twitch, all around the world, to follow the future of basketball today. Be sure to follow Next Gen Hoops on social media. Australia will go with their emerald uniforms with yellow trim and numbers. Canada, their white jerseys with red trim. The winner of this goes on top in Group D. And the tip is controlled by Canada. Away we go. Pleasure to have you joining us. Round of 16 starts tomorrow here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Floater right away from Miles Sadler. He is the 8th best scorer in this tournament, averaging 19.5 per game. 3rd best in assists with 6 per game. Brampton, Ontario native gets on the board early on. No continuation, the foul was on the floor. Australia comes in, ranking number 6 in the power rankings heading into this tournament, 4th in the FIBA World Rankings. They took care of business against Egypt, squeaking through with an 85-82 victory to get things going, and then they defeated Germany, and here they are right here. That inbound comes into Sewell. Sewell, the big man, gets his defender off, and Nash Walker misses from the corner. Miles Sadler brings the ball up the floor. Grandinson back down by Beauchamp. Sadler gets the screen from Meyer, waves it off, cuts in from the left side, 6 to shoot on the shot clock, into Ethier. Ethier goes inside, can't excel on the layup. Australia 8th in scoring, averaging 79.5 points per game. 3 ball from Daniels, put her there. Dash Daniels, the younger brother of Dyson Daniels, who was just traded to the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA, gets Australia up and running 3-2. Cole Grandinson from Montclair, New Jersey, has the ball knocked away from him at the sideline. So he gets it into Sadler. Sadler, a 50% shooter in this tournament, has that taken away by Daniels. Daniels ahead of the floor, gets it down underneath to Nuon. Nuon up and can't get it down. Grandison almost put the clamps down, but it's retained by Australia. Daniels again off the front. Ball poked around, saved by Meyer. And Grandison rushes on the other end of the floor, spins around, flings it up and in. Cole Grandinson makes his grand appearance here in the Group D first place game. On the other end, 3 ball from Walker as Walker walks right in with the tray. Early stages of this game, Australia 6, Canada 4. Sadler streaks right in with the right hand. Tie ball game. Out to Walker. Misses from downtown. We apologize for the technical difficulties with the score bug. We will get that fixed as we take another look at Miles Sadler getting enough lane to cut right into the left side and go for the layup. Sadler, according to the red flag, green flag game, played with his teammate Paul Osaruri on the Next Gen Hoops page. He believes fouling up a 3 is a red flag, and he turns 17 on the 4th as Ethier goes deep. Canada regains the lead, 9-6. And Illich saves the ball for Canada. Grandinson, baseball pass over to Sadler. Sadler, catch and shoot 3. That's too strong. Follows through on his own rebound, but can't get it due to Daniels beating him right off the hop. Ajak Nuon, yes. Nuon with an easy floater. As we played nearly 4 minutes here in this Group D first place game. Winner of this faces Turkey, faces Italy. My mistake. 3 ball from Illich. That's off the front. Rebound Beauchamp. Beauchamp averaged 3.5 of those per game. Daniels on the other end of Walker. Walker driving right in, misses with the left. And Sadler up the floor again. Sadler thought about the 3, goes with the hezzy, goes in the left side. He's in trouble, almost poked away by Beauchamp, retained. Down underneath is Illich. And Canada making good of a bad situation off of that broken play as they hold on to the lead for the time being. Trouble from Sewell, but he gets the job done. Henry Sewell from Victoria, one of the many members of the FIBA U17 Asia Cup Championship team, as he delivers on his first bucket. Score is 11-8. Daniels takes it away, sends it on to Nuon. Nuon met by the double, swallowed up by Sadler, taken away. On the other end, Grandinson can't put the donut in the coffee. Shovel pass over into Beauchamp. He misses. Meyer looking on. Canada shoots 40.6% per game. Sadler bounces everywhere around the rim, but down the hole. Nuwan on the other end with the stuff. Nuwan able to pick up about 4 points in the last minute and a half. As Australia back up top, 12-11. Both of these clubs, interesting storylines. Nice spin in the finish from Stefan Illich. The Kitchener native able to get it down. Not only he has length, but he also has the polished footwork in the paint. Same with this player, Beauchamp. Here's Nash Walker from Tasmania. Goes behind the back, misses the triple. Nuwan hits the deck for the board, saved by Daniels. Back to Walker, real estate, can't hit it. Nuwan trying to battle for the ball, but Grandinson picks it up. Canada has to break at the other end of the floor. Stolen by Daniels, jammed down by Daniels. Daniels getting a 2-for-1 on that play. Canada now down by the score of 14-13. 3:18 to go in what is considered a fast first quarter. Sadler off the screen, sends it in the Myers for the jam. Nice PAR, Sadler to Meyer. Daniels on the scoreboard early on in this game, under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. An eventful first quarter to say the least. Canada ahead by 1. Daniels draws the foul from Sadler. And we'll have our first trip of the free throw line today. Daniels perfect at the free throw line here in the U17 Basketball World Cup. And a big line change for Canada. Daniels from Victoria. He was the MVP of the Australian U18 National Championship. Also a member of last year's U16 Asia Cup Championship. Just like a plethora of this fine talent for the Crocs. Daniels, 9th in assists per game with 4.5. Misses the second free throw, and we are squared at 15. First look at Malik Giuseppe-Gibson as he works the ball to Jordan Charles, the Scarborough native, who turned 17 on the 23rd. Nice fake from Osaruri, getting his first touch of the ball here in the tournament. And Amali always loses control, chucks it up off the mark for Osaruri. Down on the floor, Nuwan puts it up. With 2:17 left in the opening quarter. Ajak Nuwan the line from the Australian Capital Territory. Gets down his first free throw of the night. Averaged 4.5 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. Australia 10th in free throws, 68%. And Nuwan, good as gold on both to regain Australia the lead. Down the floor is Charles and bullets it straight away to Giuseppe. Gets in, swatted away by Daniels. Back up top, and Amali from triple land. Yes. And Amali puts Canada right back up top. Still a 1-point game. Dash Daniels able to bail Australia out. Stolen by Charles. Up the floor, and Amali. He can't get it. Osaruri saves the ball for Canada. Giuseppe Kitson with the ball. the Scarborough native, try to go down deep to Osorori, his Scarborough teammate. And Dash Daniels checks out. A relentless first quarter for Daniels. Charles Upshaw, Anamali, Giuseppe Kitson, and Osoruri in. 5 seconds to work with underneath the basket. Straight away, Upshaw. Anamali with time running out. That hits the glass. Nice drive from Indy Cotton, who scores his first field goal here today. Now Canada's second string runs up the floor. Under a minute here. Nice no-looker into Anamali. Anamali continue to work to the near side. He loses control of the ball. That's easy work for Rora Kaur, who sends it in deep to Joel Robinson. Australia picking up on Canada's mistakes early on. And now they lead by 3. This is the kind of quarter you would love to see if you're a fan. But for both coaches, it's back to the drawing board at the end of the first. As we'll stay with Canada, 22 6/10 remaining. 9 seconds on the shot clock as we take a look at Madine Kuani. Kuani able to slap that out of bounds. Giuseppe Kitson straight away to Upshaw. 2 passes later, Giuseppe Kitson gets the ball back. Upshaw up the lane, gets it blocked. One more chance at least for Australia, and it's swatted right back by Paul Osoruri. He is returning the favor. Basketball just turned to tennis there in the last 2 possessions, but that's just good heads-up play for both clubs' defense. Osoruri lost his footing there, but once he was able to get down to the paint, he was able to take care of business. Final seconds on the shot clock. Cotton gets it down. And that will end the first quarter. Australia using great awareness to take a 5-point lead into the break. 23-18 is the score. We're at the end of 1. This is for first place in Group D, and we'll have the second quarter from Turkey in just a moment. This is the FIBA U17 back.
Spotlight, my team in the spotlight.
Oh! Delgado! Oh! Exactly what you need. Oh! Incredible! Oh! Finally! And now Shea Illy goes up and scores behind the back to Rojas. Lucas, long way out. Go! Can you believe it?
In the spotlight.
And the Olympic qualifying tournaments is going down right now in Latvia, Greece, Puerto Rico, and Spain. We are here in the U17 Basketball World Cup. The winner here will claim first place in Group D competition, as Joel Robinson gets the second quarter going. Biggest lead for Australia and in the game, 25-18 underway here in the second quarter. Both of these clubs shooting in the mid-40s in the first quarter. Australia, the only team who went to the line. The rebound game is a +1 in favor of Canada. The assist game a +2, 6-4 in favor of the Crocs. And not only that, the Crocs are a tough defensive team. They picked up 5 steals in the first 10 minutes of action. Wraparound pass to Osoruri. He is in trouble, guarded by Kuani. Sends it back to Grandinson. Grandinson, great find his way into the basket, looking for Osoruri. That is taken down and taken away. Here is Dickinson on the run. And he was followed along by Illich. Australia knows how to work well on the breakaway and the transition. Illich was the one for Canada that really bolted down. A core over the Cotton. Cotton going behind the back, losing Ethier on his step, misses the acrobatic layup. Miles Sadler and company trying to find their way to get back into this game. If there's one team that knows how to come back from deficits, it is Canada, and it's also Australia too. Mind you, Canada was down by as much as 15 points at this point of the game against Egypt on Sunday. The leaders for both teams, Sadler and Illich with 4 apiece. Australia is being led by Dash Daniels and Ajak Nuon with 6 points apiece. Daniels' first bucket was from downtown as Sadler misses the first. Sadler, one of the leading scorers in this U17 World Cup. Nearly 20 points per game. Shares the ball, 6 assists per game, that's third. And a 91% free throw shooter as he splits the pair to make it a 6-point game. Australia bolting and driving down to the other end of the floor, wasting no time. Dickinson straight away to Kuani. That bounces off. Illich brings it up himself. Pass over to Ethier. Can't book that one. Joel Robinson with the task of being guarded by Ethier. Nice screen from Kuani. Here's Dickinson. Yes. Alex Dickinson makes it rain to make it 28-19. Sadler trying to respond. Gets in deep and scoops it up and in. Miles Sadler to do it all for the Maple Leaf as Canada breaks the 20-point mark. Indy Cotton guarded by Grandinson. 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Fake, straight to a core. Can't make it roar from downtown. Sadler slipping, sliding. Can't score. Goes for his own rebound, but knocked by a core. And a core took a hit in the face. A little bit shaken up, but he's able to get back up. Some changes to the lineups as Australia gets possession. Rora Kaur for Madine Kuani and Ryder Cheeseman and Henry Sewell back into the lineup for the Crocs. Grandinson driving by and able to get the foul by Indy Cotton. Cotton checks out. Sadler gets the ball from TJ Wall, who has checked in. Sadler met by the triple, and Roarcore snatches it right out of his hands. And right there was Illich. Ball controlled by Wall. Wall going with the step, offensive foul. Nope, my mistake. Continuation, basket and a foul. Roarcore using his body right inside. And TJ Wall is called for the foul. I was right. Thank you again for tuning in. Final day of group competition. This is Group D. The winner of this gets first place and will face Italy in the round of 16 that starts tomorrow. Be sure to like this broadcast, comment, share, tell your friends and family as Dash Daniels misses it from the front iron. Sadler on the pass to Wall. Wall trying to drive by Cheeseman and was unsuccessful on that trip. Daniel spins around Wall. Henry Sewell was looking for the ball, but Australia loses control. Dickinson heads out along with the core. At the moment, Australia and Canada shooting identical stats. 42.9 is Canada, 42.3 is Australia. TJ Wall can't tee it up. Back tapped over as they get another chance. Oof. Dash Daniels with the foul. From Istanbul, Turkey. U17 World Cup. Another game that will take place afterwards. Will be New Zealand and Italy, along with Turkey and Argentina from the Sinan Imran Dome. That ball's taken away from Bechamp. Acrobatic layup from Cheeseman, no good, but the follow is in. And that's a timeout for Australia as they see this game get out of hand easily. Australia leads 30-21 based off of that fantastic putback.
Just fly.
Wow, how about that shot?
Ramos, he makes this big shot. Oh, baby! Oh, my goodness gracious!
For the spotlight.
Team Australia kept this game close right up from the hop. But since the dying moments of the first quarter, they've been able to get on to a run of their own as they lead by 9. And we're back in the action. Canada with the ball. And they're having a hard time trying to break by Australia's defense. 10 to shoot. Here's Meyer, who sends it to Charles. Charles on the fake over Daniels, shoots it over Daniels, and makes it over Daniels. So So that makes it a two-possession game once again. Three in the corner was faked. Bombs away and connecting. Ryder Cheeseman. Another player from Victoria. Jordan Charles now conducting the offense. And that pass taken away by Daniels. And it's Beauchamp on the finish. Beauchamp able to finish. Back to an 11-point game. Charles in a little bit of trouble, sends it out to Illich. Back to Wall. Wall getting in deep, has that floater contested. And back down to the Crocs. Sewell was wide open, but that ball was a little too wide for him. DJ checks out. And Sadler back in. Same with Orsoruri. The big man delivers as he tight ropes the baseline. Nice pass from Beauchamp. Let's see if Sewell is able to convert on this chance. Daniels trying to drive by Anamali, gets the fake, one-legged fadeaway, no. Put back off the mark for Beauchamp. Only hit the net, did not go down the rim. Sadler bursting, driving, juking, loses his control, and Daniels brings it up the floor, and he is fouled by Anamali. Fouled right away once he crossed the front court. Daniels sends it to Beauchamp. Beauchamp backing down Sadler. And Australia really stepping up here in the second quarter. 3:17 left. Orsoruri spins once, gets denied by Nuon. Nuon underneath the basket again, and Australia on the break. This is a 3-on-2. All alone, Cotton, no. Cheeseman trying to fight for the ball, and there is a foul. Quinn Ethier with the foul. No, as a matter of fact, call that a tie-up. Canada with possession. Nice in and out dribble from Charles as he sends it to Sadler. Charles driving by. Charles with the step, but can't get the three. Back to Canada it goes. Charles trying to redeem himself. Scoop pass into Sadler, too short. On the layup. Daniels juking and gets the layup. A nice finger roll in transition by Dash Daniels, dashingly well. It is the biggest lead for the Crocs here in this first place Group D game. 13 points as Chris Chang and company calls timeout.
Are you kidding me? Chasing him down and he blocks him. Oh, crushes
When
him.
you can fly, just fly.
Wow, how how about that shot?
Ramos, he makes his big time. Oh, baby! Oh, my goodness gracious!
For the spotlight.
Both of these clubs know one way or another how to bounce back from a huge deficit. Australia was able to do that after being down by 12 against Germany in the third quarter on Sunday. Canada, they were down by 15 in the second quarter in their bout against Egypt. The result out of those deficits, both clubs are able to turn it around and pick up the victory. And now Canada, with 2:35 remaining until halftime, have to find their way to dig themselves out of a 13-point deficit. Kawani and Cotton are in for Cheeseman and Bechamp for Australia. As Sadler able to retain it, second chance for Canada. Jordan Charles sends it away. That three ball's a no-go. Australia shooting 45.7% from the field as we approach halftime. Cotton can't tee it up. Ethier down low with the rebound. Sadler takes a chance, misses. And Nuon running up the floor and loses control. The alley-oop into Osoruri. Went a little too high off the glass, but what matters the most is that he was able to put it down the twine. So a quick break from Canada prompts Nathan Cuther-Brown to call a timeout after that gorgeous alley-oop. Charles to Osoruri.
Here he goes. Look out! And he pounds it home. And the handoff to Big JB. Beautiful. And Nicola Mele is taking off. Can you believe it? Oh, baby! He's hot as a firecracker. And then Natalia wanted that.
Spotlight.
Even though Canada is down by 11, they were able to get some great plays in as we're a minute and 44 seconds away from halftime. The head coach for Canada is Chris Chang, who is the head coach for the University of Windsor Lancers men's basketball team. Head coaching in his first U17 World Cup, and he has to be proud of this team as he has a 2-0 record with Team Canada in Group D. Same with this team. Australia 2-0 record as well. We have a roster filled with Alberta and Ontario and Nova Scotian talent for Team Canada. Sadler met by Cotton, and that's thrown away. Dash Daniels lets it bounce right out of bounds. In Australia, free possession, 1:22 left. Doesn't pay off his way as expected as Osoruri tried to throw it off the leg of Nash Walker. And Canada did not have to do much on that play as they get the ball back. Nice fake as Ethier gets it back to Upshaw. Osoruri spins, jukes, drives, can't score. And a push from Kuani. As we take a look at Kuani bolting right down to the paint, trying to follow through on the rebound. He's got called for a hand check. Under a minute remaining here in the second. Australia 39, Canada 28. Rory almost had it stripped from Daniels. Fights through, goes for the second chance, can't get it. Daniels, can he save it? He does. Almost slapped back by Charles, but it's Dash Daniels leading the charge. Fake from a core, and an offensive foul. Take a look at Core using most of his right hip to bump right into Amari Upshaw. And Nathan Cooper Brown has no choice but to look on, even though the Crocs have a double-digit lead. Approaching 30 seconds. Osarori up top. Sends it to Ethier. Ethier crosses over, misses the floater. Akor goes down under, stolen away. Bucket goes for Charles. And that is another timeout for Nathan Cooper Brown and the Crocs, as Canada slowly but surely getting right back in, and I'm sure that's something that Coach Chris Changs enjoys to see as they continue to deliver the hustle as we approach halftime.
Goes up and scores behind the back to Rojas. Lucas, long way out, got it! Can you believe it?
For the spotlight.
Canada trying to go for a deep run to wrap up the second quarter. They're down by 13. They have cut it back to a single-digit deficit. Sadler with 7, Jordan Charles with 5, and that includes the layup that prompted the Australian timeout. Dash Daniels at the top of the board, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, not to mention 4 steals. Australia breaks through the other side. Indy Cotton. Final 10 seconds. Dash Daniels outside, taken away by Charles. He's had a hot second quarter. Let's see if he can end it strong. Here's Ethier from downtown. Can't cash in. Put back is good as Canada finishes off the second quarter with a strong 6-0 run, and Cole Grandison is the one to cap it off. Both Australia and Canada putting their chips down as they battle for first place in Group D. And this has been a battle. Australia 39, Canada 32 at the half. We'll be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, this is Aaron Sanders. You're watching the 2024 FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup from Turkey.
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. My team in the spotlight.
Here he goes. Look out. And he pounds it home. And the handoff to Big JB. Beautiful. And Nicola Mele is taking off. Can you believe it? Oh, baby. He's hot as a firecracker. And an Italian wanted that.
Spotlight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. My team in the spotlight.
Pushing it quickly and now they're able to slam.
Oh my word! Pirouette into the paint, putting the defense in the spin cycle.
For the spotlight.
Long range shot, good! Another steal. Kobe Lee Fournier with the jab. Long range shot. Good. Another steal. Kobe Fournier with the jab. Long range shot. Good. Off the glass.
And the layup is good. Great pass, great play. Swinging left, Joe Frank. With the great block. Belgium has it.
Finding it out the loss, something in the other for three. And good!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. My team in the spotlight.
Delgado!
Exactly what you need. No! Incredible.
Oh, finally! And now Shea Illy goes up and scores behind the back to Ruiz. Lucas, all the way out, got it! Can you believe it?
For the spotlight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. My team in the
Are you
spotlight.
kidding me? Chasing him down and he blocks it. Oh, crushes
When
it.
you can fly, just fly.
Wow, how about that shot?
Ramos, he makes this big shot. Oh, baby! Oh my goodness gracious!
For the spotlight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. My team in the spotlight.
Shot. Here he goes. Look out! And he pounds it home. And the hand off the big JB. Beautiful. And Nicola Mele is taking off. Can you believe it? Oh, baby! He's hot as a firecracker. And an Italian one
For
at
the
that.
spotlight.
We continue coverage of the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup from Istanbul, Turkey, as Australia leads Canada 39-32 as we are approaching the second half. I'm Aaron Sanders. I'm on the call for what has been one of the most interesting games that this U17 World Cup has to offer. Both of these clubs have been dominating on both ends of the floor. Canada, even though they are down, they had a strong end to the first half, courtesy of Jordan Charles connecting on 4 points in the final few seconds of play. Meanwhile, for Australia, they have been led by Dash Daniels with 10 points, one of the most sought-after players when it comes to this World Cup this year, delivering where it counts. And the top man for Canada is Miles Sadler with 7 points. Underneath them is Jordan Charles, who scored 4 of his 5 points. near the end of the second quarter. Looking at the team stats as we are underway here in the third quarter, Australia shooting 43%, Canada shooting 36%. It was pretty neck and neck at the point, and down the other end is Ajak Nuwan getting things started in the second half with a flush. And it's plays like that where Canada has to look up and put some of their bigs right up on there. Remember, Paul Osoruri did not play the first 2 games of this World Cup, so now he has to come into the clutch and help Canada's front court in more ways than one. Miles Sadler off the replay. Dash Daniels got his hand caught in the cookie jar, so Canada will inbound side out. Sadler, the leader for Canada, trying to bounce right back along with Team Canada. They are playing for first place in Group D. Shot clock winding down. Sadler can't settle with a 3. Again, the winner of this will get first place in Group D and face Italy in the round of 16 tomorrow. The loser will get second place in the group and will face the loser of Argentina and Turkey, which is coming up after this game. I'll be on the call for the New Zealand and Italy game following this one. Be sure to join in wherever you may be. Hard shot from Meyer doesn't go, but he is off to the free throw line. This will be Canada's 3rd and 4th trip at the line. As we take a look at Maxime Meyer from Toronto, Ontario. Played for the IMG Academy. 5th in field goals at 78% a game. His first trip at the line in the Cup, and he misses the first. Averaged 7 points and 4 rebounds. As we take another look at Chris Chang, he is the head coach of the University of Windsor Lancers men's basketball team. A program that is rebuilding into some of the finest, as they were able to graduate players like Xavier Ochu this year as they go on to their future endeavors. Chris Chang will be back for the OUA season next year, and that's going to be fun to see. Blocked by Illich, and there comes the big man taking care of business for the Maple Leafs. Pass straight to Ethier and gives it to Sadler. Sadler off the screen from Meyer. Sadler tried to take it in himself. He's able to pick up the foul. Just started the third quarter. Australia up by 8. This is the 6th ever meeting between Australia and Canada here in U17 World Cup competition. These two haven't met since the World Cup quarterfinals back in 2018, in which Canada won by 4, but were eventually edged off the podium by Puerto Rico in the bronze medal game. And Canada has won all meetings up to this point. Sadler gets the first one to drop. Can't follow suit on the second. Ajak Nuwan and company loses the grip, but they will get another chance at it. Again, a look at Dash Daniels. His older brother is Dyson Daniels, who was drafted in the first round of last year's NBA draft. He was just traded to the Atlanta Hawks. And you have to wonder, for those tuning in to the comments, whether by way of Twitch or YouTube or any of the FIBA networks, do you believe Dash Daniels will be a great addition to the NBA if he decides to go on into the draft into the future? Let us know. One of the hot players in the U17 World Cup as he sends it off. Floater is no good. In and out. Heartbreak City for Australia. And here comes Canada up on the move. Sadler guarded by Daniels. This may be the key matchup because these two players are carrying their team. Shot clock coming to an end. Cole Grandinson stepping 3, and that's grand. The Montclair, New Jersey native makes it a 2-possession game. Daniels met by Sadler. Henry Sewell outside. Bolts right in. Jump hook. No. Meyer the rebound. Grandinson finds Sadler. And here's Sadler streaking right in. Floater good. And Canada, as close as they have been since the second. That's Daniels. Off to the line. Miles Sadler, 10-3-1 at the moment. As Daniels try to burst by Myers and Sadler. That's going to send him to the line. Only had 2 free throws, and he's made 1. 4 of 8 from the field. 10 points, 4 rebounds. But he is in foul trouble with 3. That may be a pivotal role heading into the late stages of this game. We played 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Australia 42, Canada 39. It is back to a 4-point game as Daniels connects on his 12th point. Sadler brings it up the floor. Sadler fakes. Over to Charles. Charles back to Sadler to the far side. Guarded by Kuani. Takes it in himself. Can't deliver. Kuani held his own on that trip. And here's Dash Daniels up the floor again. Great feed, but can't finish. We have a whistle underneath the 10. So Madin Kuani at the charity stripe. His first pair of free throws here in this tournament, and he hits the back of the iron. Now Kuani, according to the red flag, green flag game played on the Next Gen Hoops app, he doesn't believe pressing full court all the time, including practice, is a red flag. Shows the competitiveness from each player, don't you think? Nice jam! Osorui with the sledgehammer. Oh, welcome to the U17 World Cup, Paul Osorui. The Scarborough, Ontario native, becoming a shooting star. Taken away. And Canada right back into this one. It is a 2-point game. Here's another look at the stuff as Osorui boards through. Oh, there's your poster on Ajax Nuon. Now, folks, that wasn't jelly. That was a jam. And now Canada on the doorsteps of tying the game or bouncing right back with a 3. Under 6 to go in the third. Here's Osorui. Osorui trying to take it himself again. Floats it away. That's off. Nuon in trouble, but Dash Daniels able to bail him out. Back to Nuon. And he's called for the offensive foul. And it's amazing to see Nuon get at least 90 feet of the floor. All to himself. But he used too much of his shoulder, and that's what prompted the foul. From the Sinan Erdem Dome in Istanbul, Turkey, this is the final game in Group D play. And this will decide who will get first place. The top 2 teams in the group battling for first. The loser gets second. Whoever comes up top here will have a date with Italy tomorrow to begin group round of 16 play. Daniel swats it back. No backcourt violation. Sadler loses control. Retained by Charles. Whipped it over to Ethier. That's a 3. He can't hit it. Ball's tapped around. Dash Daniels picks it up. Daniels to a core. A core hits the deck. And on the other end, oh boy, Quentin Ethier just got the wind taken out of him off of that. So many things going on. And here's Ethier trying to take the charge right underneath the semicircle as Australia came bolting in, and Ethier being attended to with 5:15 left. And as they tend to Quentin Ethier, we will step aside. And Ethier able to get right up. Played nearly 22 minutes of action. 4 rebounds, 3 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. He's had a tough game at the 10, but he's been able to hold his own. He's going to head to the bench for a while. 5:15 remaining in quarter number 3. Australia with a 2-point lead. They were up by as many as 13. Canada maybe playing the tune of Comeback Kids in just a few moments, but it depends on these 2 free throws from Roracore. And he makes the first. Roracore from Victoria, averaging a near double-double in the first 2 games, 11 points and 7 rebounds. Roracore scored 6 of his 11 points in the fourth quarter against Germany on Sunday. He misses the second. A 1-possession game. Sadler straight away. Charles for the tie. In and out. Rebound by Grandinson. Fake. Fire. Blocked by Kuani. And Kuani gets his reward, but sends it to Cotton. Gets the triple. Australia using, well, nearly pretty much every piece of the floor on that trip. Sadler in deep to Anamali, too high. And the steal, Sadler. Can't get the foul there. And the officials say foul on the floor. 4:28 left. Great take and steal from Sadler as he was battling a core right underneath the 10. And it will stay with Canada. Sadler underneath will throw it in. A little bit of a conversation. In the meantime, there will be some changes made on the floor. And yes, Roracore fouled, which means Osorori heads to the line. At first, it looked like they were going to inbound it underneath, but one of the officials said, nope, we're going to the line. Osorori misses the first strong. This is a player with good size and length, can drive past bigger defenders to the basket, as he did as he jammed it down on Nuon not so long ago. And he just split the pair to make it 47-42 in favor of the Crocs. Dickinson gets the ball back. They have to hurry up and press. And they do. They beat the count. Oh, Osorori met Kuani underneath, but he gets called for the foul. First off, the dish from Cotton, and Kuani knew he was going to take it in himself, but who would have thought Osorori would just burst right through the door and meet him at the rack? Folks, if you're tuning in, we almost saw 2 posters happen. Osorori over Nuon, and Nuon tried to return the favor, but it did not work. No, my mistake, Kuani almost put Osorori on a poster. Nonetheless, he was able to draw the foul. Osorori checks out, and Kuani goes back to the line. One of the many members of the FIBA U17 Asia Cup Championship team, along with Walker, Cotton, Daniels, Dickinson, Beauchamp, Pelamai, Sewell, and Cheeseman. And he makes it 48-42.
Full court pressure broken up. Here's Charles. Charles scored 4 quick points to end the first half. They get this deficit down to single digits. Gets it into Grandison. Grandison on the fake and loses control courtesy of Cotton. Australia on the move. Dickinson slows it down. And he gets the ball back. Cotton streaks his way to the 10. Yes, and it counts. Indy Cotton played the game of patience really well as he was able to go through Dickinson with the behind-the-back dribble and the floater. Nicely done by Cotton. And he misses the and one, and underneath for the rebound was Meyer. Canada almost lost control of the ball. Charles able to secure it. Charles, Myers with the screen. Shot clock winding down. Grandison has to put it up and can't get it off in time. Grandison spent a little too much time trying to look for an open man. And Charles heads off. Australia walked into this game as one of the stronger teams on the defensive end as Stefan Illich checks that back in for Canada. Australia shooting 41% now. Canada has dropped to 34. Both of these clubs not particularly well at the line. Australia 54, Canada right in the middle with 50. Now both clubs are over the limit with 3:07 left. And Australia and Canada, 15 turnovers apiece. Australia capitalizing with 14 points from those turnovers. Canada 10. The advantage for Canada, looking at it right now, would be the O boards, 11-9. And it's been a pretty close game at the boards. 33 Canada, 32 Australia, as a core gets the first one to drop. For those tuning in on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the new premium YouTube membership that FIBA has to offer, starting at just 99 cents a month. As a core goes 2 for 2. To make it a 10-point game once again. Ball taken away, recovered by Grandison. On the move is Ethier, back in the game after taking a tough charge early in the third. Miles Sadler rolls on his back. He gets the foul, and that sends him to the line. And Sadler fouled by Kuwani. Looking at how Canada was able to bounce back from being down 15 against Egypt, they had a strong third quarter, which was led by Meyer and Sadler, who combined scored 12 of the team's 19 points and was able to keep Egypt scoreless for 4 minutes. This is obviously a tougher task at hand, considering both of these clubs have a 2-0 record. And again, they are battling for first place in their group. The winner will go up against Italy tomorrow in the round of 16. The loser will play the loser of Argentina and Turkey, as Sadler misses the second free throw. Australian company whipping the ball around. Now it's into the hands of Dickinson. Dickinson, he has to stop in his tracks. Cotton far side, gets it back from a core. Dickinson flings it away off the glass. And that's going to count as a 24-second violation. Did not hit the rim. Dickinson was able to be aware of the time winding down and had no choice but to chuck up a long shot. Patrick Anamali back into the game for Canada, as Canada's trying to look for some firepower to bounce back from a huge deficit. At one point, they were down by 2. Sadler straight to Grandinson as he connects from the elbow. 52-45 now. Grandinson with his 9th point of the match. Corner 3 is a no-go. Illich the rebound. Nice dribble drive from Sadler. Sends it into Illich. Drops it over to Anamali. And now scoops it to Grandinson. Grandinson in the town and misses. Rebound Illich. Misses the putback. Canada's bigs now meeting up Australia's bigs as there was a mismatch in the first 2 quarters. Bechamp almost lost control of the ball. Sends it over. Tried to go for the rebound, but had that slapped by Sadler. Miles Sadler and company trying to plan another comeback. He has 11 points in 21.5 minutes of play. 4 rebounds to his name. 3 of 6 from the line. Daniels straight away. Shot is missed. Second chance coming up for Kuani. Kuani sends it into Daniels after having the ball being patted around, and down low underneath, Giuseppe Kitson on the board. .60 seconds. Sadler bolts it over Ethier. Yes! Off the floor and on the board is Quentin Ethier. Took a hard hit while trying to get a charge earlier in this quarter, and he finally gets on the board along with his 4 rebounds and 3 dimes. Kuani called for the offensive foul, and Canada having another opportunity to cut this lead more and more. They have cut this deficit to as low as 2 here in this quarter, and they're known to finishing the quarter strong. With Jordan Charles scoring 4 quick points at the end of the half, they were able to get right back into this ball game. Sadler outside, Giuseppe Kitson delivers on the 3. It is a 2-possession game as Giuseppe Kitson knocks it. Canada playing hurry-up defense. Sadler almost had it. Heartbreak City for Canada. They have cut this to 1. Here's a core. Can't extend the lead. Loose ball on the floor in the final seconds. Here's a shot. Counts if it goes. And it doesn't hit anything. But that works out well in Canada's favor. They finished off the second quarter strong, and they follow suit here at the end of 3. Australia leads Canada 52-51. We will find out who will take first place in Group D competition in just a moment. A great display of athleticism here in the second half. As we approach the fourth quarter, Australia leads Canada 52-51 in the final game of Group D competition, which will determine who will take first place in the ladder and who will take second. Both of these clubs with a 2-0 record. And if you saw the third quarter, you will take a great guess as to why both of these clubs are undefeated in group play. Shot is no good from Osoruri, a player that Canada needs the most to start getting the ball to roll in their favor. They were down by as much as 13. Pass underneath, jammed down by Nguyen. Australia led by as much as 13, but saw Canada bounce right back into this ball game. Osoruri with a poster on Nguyen earlier, trying to pile on the points. Jordan Charles, who had the hot hand of the second quarter, he's been silent. Osoruri trying to win this battle. 2 to shoot. Outside, Ethier misses. Another player who took a hard tumble but was able to get on the board after a few minutes rest. Dash Daniels steps in. Misses. Osoruri on the board. Charles from deep. Can't deliver. Canada has had several chances to get back into this ball game. Harrison Beauchamp, who averages 17.5 points per game, has been silent on the score sheet. Dash Daniels, dashing, driving, can't deliver. Here's Jordan Charles. Out to Giuseppe Kitson. Osoruri can't tie it up. Beauchamp follows through with Cheeseman. Cheeseman, Kuani, way off. Loose ball on the floor. Cheeseman puts it in, and the foul. Ryder Cheeseman connecting on his 5th point as he heads to the line for the first time here in this tournament. As we see Grandinson and Sadler checking right back into the ball game. Sadler and Grandinson responsible for a combined 20 of Canada's 51 points. And Cheeseman completes the and one as he quickly heads to the bench. 57-51 Australia. Canada led until the 5:43 mark in the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Australia. But that doesn't mean Canada has not put their foot off the gas pedal. They have been trying to bounce back. They were down by as much as 13 against Egypt on Sunday. They're trying to make another episode of the Comeback Kids. 5 to shoot. Here's Charles. Has to put it up. He does, and he kisses it off the glass. Good night. Charles locking in on the double team. And Nguyen on the finish. Nguyen wide open to make it 59-53. Bullet pass underneath to Meyer. So both of these clubs battling underneath the basket. Grandinson trying to put a hand up. That doesn't work. Fall away shot is good. So Beauchamp with the deuce puts the lead back up to 6. We played 3 minutes here. Sadler juking and jiving. Can't get that to go. And Sadler has had so many chances driving right up to the basket. Has not worked in their favor. That pass intended for Nguyen goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Team Canada. And here's Sadler's opportunity as he tried to take it right into Dickinson, but did not get anything off of that trip. Canada ball when we come back from this timeout. Australia has been keeping the lead up into their favor because of their bigs and great ball movement, courtesy of this man too, Dash Daniels, who now guards Sadler. Canada with the possession. They've had many chances to get back into this ball game, but shot choices have not worked in their favor so far. Here's Jordan Charles right on cue to get it from the corner. Canada has not led since the 5:43 mark in the first quarter. Started out strong, but they have been playing catch-up ever since. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Cotton driving by Sadler with a nice low pass, and it ends up with Nuon missing the tray. Up the floor is Charles, trying to capitalize on the hot hand so far. Works his way around the basket, reverse no good. 2 passes later, Cotton is an air ball. Meyer slows it down and sends it to Sadler. Charles at the corner. We'll see if they'll give it to him. Fadeaway, Grandinson off the top. And Daniels is around. Loose ball on the floor. Looks like it will go to a jump ball. So a flurry of substitutions for Canada. And here's Kuwani, met by Illich. Cotton with 6 to shoot. Kuwani from outside and gets it to go. Again, Canada showing no match for Kuwani, who worked his way right around the perimeter. Sadler out to Charles. He misses on the 3. Illich couldn't put his hands up in time. Cotton thought he was stripped, and he wasn't. It goes back to Canada. Miles Sadler has led Team Canada since the start, and they have to find their way to get right back into this game if they want to secure first place in Group D play. 5 to shoot. Charles gets the green light, sends it into Illich. Thought he was fouled, goes for the putback. He was fouled on the second chance, and that will equal free throws. Stefan Illich will have a chance to get close into the game with these free throws, and that's too strong. More than halfway into the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the brackets, we'll update you with what's going on at the next break. Winner of this has Italy. Loser of this gets the loser of Argentina and Turkey. Illich goes 1 for 2 at the line to make it 64-59. This has been a cutthroat game right from the hop. But Australia has been holding their own since the first quarter. Daniels in trouble. Daniel trying to step in. Osorori with the block, secured by Ethier. And Ethier has been a beast since coming off of that charge in the third. But he misses on the 3. Trying to double team with Osorori, but Dash Daniels able to back down. Roracore straight to Daniels. Cotton to a core, and Canada picking up on a charge. And who else but Quentin Ethier to take on the charge. Take a look on the left side of your screen. Was able to plant his feet right in time to regain the possession. Illich, and Canada narrowly escapes a backcourt violation. The screen from Osorori. The shot doesn't go for Charles. Charles tried to steal it, but Dash Daniels too fast for him. Daniels misses the floater. Back out, and a high arcing shot from Indy Cotton goes. He had the green light and he chucked it up and put it down. 8-point Australia lead. 3 minutes to go here in regulation. And Sadler putting the moves on a core and is swatted by a core. Australia taking huge control of this game. Both of these clubs trying to bounce back from the last U17 World Cup, in which Australia placed 6th in 2022. Canada placed 9th. The 6th ever meeting between these two squads. Last time they met was in the quarterfinals back in 2018. Australia could be on the verge of their first win against Australia. The teardrop doesn't go. Daniels goes on the rebound, sends it to Kuwani, gets the bounce and the bucket. Madine Kuwani somehow, some way, was able to get the shot to go. Osorori on the foul. And Kuwani was able to hook it up and in. And the officials indicate no basket. It's going to be 2 shots from Madine Kuwani. A crying shame for Kuwani, too, in a game that has featured so many highlights. But he's going to have to earn those 2 points the old-fashioned way, and that's one of them. Kuwani with his 5th point. Makes his 2nd and 3rd free throw. He is now 3 of 6 from the line. Crucial moments for Australia. They lead by 10. Charles has to move it up the floor, and Dash Daniels takes it away. 3-on-2 for Australia. Daniels misses it. Follow through is no good. And there's a player down for Canada. And they stop the play immediately. There was a lot going on underneath the basket off of that 3-on-2 break. And the training staff will attend as they do that. Let's take a look at some of the brackets as we approach the round of 16, which begins tomorrow. The confirmed matchups have been set for 8 teams. We'll talk more about that when we return. Physical play underneath led to a player going down, and it was Quentin Ethier who has taken 2 hard hits in the head today in the game. But with him being physical today, he was able to help Canada regain the possession with 2:16 to go. It is pressure time. Australia leads 68-58, Group D competition. First place in Group D is on the line. As Cole Grandinson checked in for Ethier. Canada's 5 includes Grandinson, Charles, Sadler, Illich, and Usururi. Australia goes to work with Daniels, Dickinson, Kuani, Beauchamp, and Akour. Daniels with 12 points. Beauchamp with 9. The leaders for Australia. And Canada making a mistake. Violation called. Australia gets a break with 2:16 to go. That leads into a timeout from Australia. They are up by 10. First place in Group D up for grabs.
Long range shot. Good! Another steal. Kobe U17 with the jab. Long range shot. Good! Off the blast.
And the layup is good. Great pass, great play. Green left, goes right. 53 block. Belgium has it.
Finding it out the long stuff, down up to the 30. And it's good!
Australia with the ball based off of Canada's turnover right into the backcourt. They have a 10-point lead with more than 2 minutes to go as Grandinson pats the ball out of bounds. So that took 3 seconds off the clock, and Akour will try again. Canada working off the double team. 3 to shoot. Beauchamp into Dickinson. Misses at the buzzer. And Canada rushes along. Sadler has no choice but to go for a 3. That's off the mark. Grandinson underneath and right behind. Pretty good look for Sadler. Grandinson doing a little too much, trying to get the rebound off of Beauchamp. Final 2 minutes to go as the round of 16 bracket starting to shape up more and more. Australia breaks the full court pressure. Daniels with the ball, 12 points. Leader for Australia. Sadler takes it away. Strong run, 2-on-2. Trying to go for the alley-oop. But they can't get that one to go. First place on the line, and Australia on the doorsteps of it. Wraparound pass. Cotton to Beauchamp. Trying to go for the dagger, but he's going to have to go earn 2 points the hard way. And Cole Grandinson, give him credit for trying to do what he can to get Team Canada back into this ball game. But in the last minute, he has been responsible for a couple of turnovers and a foul. Grandinson with 9 points, 4 rebounds, his third foul. That one goes for Beauchamp. And when it comes to a player that favors the mid-range and the low post, you're going to get great performances from him each and every time. The free throws are split. Dash Daniels saves it. The feed underneath Kouani has delivered what could be the dagger for this first place Group D game, and Chris Chang and company will have to talk it over.
That's me in the spotlight. My team in the spotlight.
Are you kidding me? Chasing him down and he blocks him. Oh, crushes
When
him.
you can fly, just fly.
Wow, how about that shot?
Ramos, he makes this big time. Oh, baby! Oh, my goodness gracious.
For the spotlight.
We'll have to wait to see who loses the Argentina and Turkey match, which will take place in about 40 minutes. Grandinson shot off the mark. Canada with a second chance. Hard shot and a hard take. Does not work in Canada's favor. And Australia has been smothering Canada with their great defense and stopping them right in their tracks with a great fast break. Charles looking, has Sadler. Sadler underneath. Osorori going for the 3 ball. That doesn't go. Stolen by Sadler. Sadler sends it underneath. Illich can't get it. He got blocked. Dash Daniels sends it underneath. Nuwan. And Australia doing a good job using up the clock. Dash Daniels heads to the line. All but 18 seconds remain. And Australia has done an incredible job with their great ball movement. They've been using their bigs very well. You look at their bigs today. Daniels with 12, Nuwan with 12. Beauchamp with 9. Kouani with 8 points, but those 8 points came in a huge situation for Australia as they were able to take care of business into the paint, and Canada takes another timeout. "18 seconds away in Group D competition."
Good! Another skill. Kobe G48 with the jab. Long range shot. Good! Off the glass.
And the layup is good. Great pass, great play. Swing left. Go right. With the three. Block. Belgium has it.
Finding out the long special minutes down over the three. And good!
17 Women's World Cup starts next Saturday. Hope you tune in for that from Mexico. 18 seconds to go in this game. Canada had so many chances to get back in this game. They cut this to a 1-point ball game in the third quarter. But Australia, with their length, their versatility, and their bigs, were able to deliver a great exhibition. We see Rora Kaur checking back in for a Jack Nuon. Kaur has 3 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Granitson gets it into Sadler. And Granitson gets the reverse. And another timeout, this time from Australia. Oh, my mistake. It's going to end up being a quick substitution. We're under 2-minute mark. That's right. So Beauchamp gets to throw it in. Straight to Daniels. And they bring it up to the other end of the floor. Will they go for the finish? They will not. Time winds down. And in Group D, the Crocs are up top. 72-58 is your final. (72-61) is the final. Australia gets first place in Group D. Canada gets second place. And Australia will now face Italy. And Canada will wait to see who loses in the Argentina-Turkey match, which will take place at the Sinan Erdem Dome in about 40 minutes' time. Canada was led by Miles Sadler and Cole Grandinson, 11 points apiece. Australia, no surprise at all, Dash Daniels with 14 points and 10 rebounds. He gets a double-double. Helping him along the way in the front court, Ajak Nuon, 12 points and 7 rebounds. Australia ended up shooting 37% from the field. Canada shot 30. As Australia salutes their fans. The Crocs out-rebounded Canada 58-47 into this game. And a huge difference was the points in the paint. When you are able to utilize your bigs in a great way and get those extra passes, that will happen. 40 of Australia's 72 points came from inside. Both of these clubs did not shoot well. But at the end of the day, Australia was able to pull through. Final score, once again, Australia 72, Canada 61. Australia wins first place in Group D competition and will face Italy in the round of 16. This is Aaron Sanders. We'll talk again in the New Zealand-Italy game, which will start in less than 40 minutes' time. Also coming up, Turkey taking on Argentina in Group C competition. Stay tuned. Lots more to come.